Pranam everyone. Today we are going to dive deep into the mystery and the mahima of Ma Chandraghanta. I bow down to the cosmic beauty of Ma Chandraghanta. So we continue our series on the epic mythology of Shiva and Parvati. Sati reincarnates as a child Shailaputri, who is this curious, joyous, loved child and teenager who who's trying to inquire into her destiny, into her future, into her purpose, and whose Shakti is a reflection, or rather is reflected by the planet of Mercury. And then she becomes Brahmacharani, undergoing severe penance to win the heart of Shiva, and in doing so almost becomes like him, goes to severe penance, gives up all material and sensory pleasures, and goes into deep samadhi. And her Shakti can be reflected in some ways by the planet Ketu, the astrological planet Ketu. So finally, Parvati wins the heart of Shiva. Shiva becomes so pleased by her devotion, her single-minded devotion, that he agrees to marry her. And Parvati blooms. You would have seen that when a woman is loved, and she's in love and her love is reciprocated, she just blooms. It is like 1,000 springs happen to her all at once. And she probably looks the most beautiful that she has been in all her life. And that is a reflection or the essence of the Ma Chandraghanta Shakti. This deep longing of union that Parvati has for Shiva, this deep, deep longing to become one, to harmonize everything in her with him, to attain that deep, deep peace and bliss. That is also the Shakti and consciousness of planet Venus. Wherever Venus is present in our chart, there we have an urge to beautify. There we have the urge to be most beautiful. That's where we want our beauty to flow. That's where our beauty blooms. That's where we want to harmonize. That's where we want to attain union. And we can attain union in many ways. It's by seduction, by cajoling, by being diplomatic, by bewitching, maybe even going for war. But that's what we want to do in those areas of life. That is why sometimes even Venus is said to represent the wife in a man's chart, because she is the one who's supposed to bring the beauty, the bahar, the bloom into a man's world. They say that a man is more, he is more like Shiva. He is more, his focus is turned away from the world, and a woman like Shakti is supposed to draw him into the world. When our ancients must have looked at the night sky, Venus must have just appeared like the sparkling cosmic diamond, in the morning sky just before dawn and just after sunset. And they must have been mesmerized by her beauty, just like we will be if we look into the sky every night. And no wonder when they looked at Venus, they felt this urge to unite with all that is beautiful. Her beauty must have put them in raptures, which is why in so many cultures around the world, Venus is worshipped as a symbol of beauty and love. So coming back to our story, the wedding of Shiva and Parvati is announced with great fanfare. The whole cosmos is happy. The devas, the people in the Himalayas are celebrating this union of their daughter. And Shiva comes with his procession of ganas and bhoots and pisachas and all kinds of animals, because he's a Pashupati, all the animals and birds. And if you even look at the sadhus associated with Shiva, many of them are, they live at the cremation ghats and everything. And forget all that, just when Shiva comes, he's covered in ashes. And instead of jewels, he has a serpent around his neck. His hair is all matted and uncombed and unruly. He's dressed in tiger skin. So when Parvati's mom and relatives, they see him, they're standing there to welcome him. They're standing there to welcome the Bharat. They just faint. So Parvati requests Shiva to come in a more Saumya roop, more pleasing roop, to which he agrees. And actually, there's even a myth that he enlists the support of Vishnu, and and then he is transformed, and his hair becomes all perfumed and tamed, and he's dressed in princely robes, and yeah. And Parvati is so grateful that she herself assumes her most attractive form. So this is the story of how she becomes Ma Chandraghanta. It is the form of Shakti that creates in us the desire for beauty, for union, for peace and harmony. Uh, Even devotees, who see this form of hers, will desire a union with this cosmic mother. This form also carries weapons, because sometimes to maintain peace, war is necessary. After all the diplomatic efforts have failed, even diplomacy is a very Venus quality. She is also called Chandraghanta because she has this form of Chandra on her forehead like a ghanta. Um, she is awakening all her devotees through her most pleasing and beautiful avatar. So, tonight, let's dive into this deep cosmic beauty, this deep cosmic bloom that is the Shakti of Ma Chandraghanta, and become one with us. Shubharatri.